Hi everyone! So, yesterday we finished Deltarune Chapter 5. So now we go back to a more regular schedule. Like, well, I know on Friday it's supposed to be in Restaurant, but I just wanna finish the the Archon quest in Genshin and try to finish catching up with Genshin before I leave for my holidays. So oh, it's later from Green. Reflected. Oh yeah, it's true that I was doing during story quests. So we got quite a few things to do. I'm just putting my chat on my phone. There we go. We have the new Citlali outfit. We can buy the fates. We have the primos. Some community stuff. The version highlights. Some Miliastra stuff that I don't really care about. Which is sad because the outfit looks great. Oh, it's the two pillows from Citlali. So we have a lot of events. Oh, we have some new musics that we can play as well. Lots of stuff. We have this banner. Because all those characters got buffed. I will be pulling for Risley. Because I always wanted to have Risley, so... And let's do the free standard pull that we got. Nope. Nothing. I know that those banners actually like carry over from the Chronicles. But the Chronicle I put on was so far away that I can't see my PT anymore. It was during the Liyue one, like the first Liyue one, and I got Shenhe. We are only missing 50, what's the name? Primo Gems to do a temple, so when we get to it, we are going to do it. For some reason, I already have that, even though I didn't do nothing. Meh. Okay, so I was currently doing the during story quests. So I will finish it on my end, because since I didn't start it on stream, I'm not going to finish it on stream. This is the summer event, but we will finish the story quest. Because I really want to finish catching up to the story. Let's return to the Temple of Silence. There's no need for everyone to stay here. I'll protect the sages. The rest of you return to our village. Yes, Mahamatra Sino. Sino, what's going on? You're back. How is the Dendro Archon? She's still with Apep, but she's recovering. What a relief. What's with the sandstorms? It's the Jinn. Countless Jinn have stirred up violent sandstorm across the desert, blocking our paths to the Temple of Silence. Tinari and Kolei have returned to our village to help. The Jinn are being highly aggressive, so both the village and the merchant caravan require protection. It's just one thing after another. Where did all of them come from anyway? In all my trips to the desert, I've never seen anything like this before. As I see it, the only possible candidate is Gurabad. Gurabad? They keep adding to the notes. I've read them off stream. Gurabad? Baladhuri could explain it in more detail if he were here. All I know is a rumor I've heard from previous trips to the desert. Supposedly, a great number of dormant Jinn lies sealed beneath that city. Jinn from Gurabad, huh? A familiar figure comes to my mind. Lilupar! Gurabad is, for me, a fated land. I must therefore return back to this city, where my destiny awaits me still. My master, I am sorry that I couldn't stay by your side for long. That I could not have more time to get familiar with you. Nilupar. Paimon and I should take a trip to Gurabad. Yeah, we once said goodbye to a friend there. Well, maybe not a friend exactly, but someone we met on the road anyway. She was a strange bubble. If we can find a way to wake her up, maybe she can help solve the situation in Gurabad. Well, be careful. You might find there's more than just a Jinn to worry about. You mean there are other dangers in Gurabad? It's a sensible assumption to make. The moment we arrived in Karavat Riban, the Irminsul anomaly started spreading in that direction. Now we've moved to the desert and suddenly we're plagued by Jinns and sandstorms. To call it a coincidence would be a stretch. Don't worry, we've gotten a lot stronger since our last stint in Sumeru. When did they show up? It appears that the monster native to the desert have been stirred by the Jinn's activity. You should get going. We'll take care of things here. Be careful. You too. Don't do anything too risky, got it? Yes, Kave. You know, swarming out of Gurabad. Looks like Al-Haytham was right. But can we just ignore them? Oh, we apparently just can ignore them. Fighting Jin in one hand and fighting with the other. You see that strange machine? Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that it's the one thing wrecking Gurabad and setting all those dangerous Jin free. Target retrieved the call zone. Requesting backup. Repeat, requesting backup. Backup en route. Yes, nice one, Miyoko. Let's keep going. Think of Junk's gone kaput. Hey, pantalone! Just a sec. It seems my subordinates failed to stop you in your tracks. Apologies, sir. There is no need to apologize. You did well to hold your ground against such a powerful adversary for as long as you did. I must commend your courage and perseverance. So you're in charge here, huh? What's the problem with Uremensul, now this mess in Gurabad? Are you the ones responsible for all this? I'm afraid I cannot answer that. I assume you're naive enough to expect answers from an enemy. Ah, this guy is so snooty. However you want to spin it, you're clearly involved in this somehow. So you can either start talking or we'll have to make you talk. Let's get him! Miyoko? What's wrong? Something seems unusual about him. Is he trying to provoke us? This feels like a trap. Judging by the tents and supplies, there must be many more Fatui stationed here than the few we saw on the way in. So where are the rest? You're remarkably calm. Some would act more rashly upon finding the ringleader all alone, but you keep your cool. Even as your enemy, I must applaud you. Did you show yourself just to say that? Is this you trying to take back control of the conversation? Unfortunately, I really don't have anything to say to you. I am here merely to indulge my own curiosity. Your names are well known amongst the Fatui. Naturally, I wanted to observe you up close while I had the chance. Hey, don't treat us like we're some kind of exotic animals in the zoo! Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. Seem rather predisposed to misunderstand me. I'm quite aware that you are both heroes of great renown. You have solved crises in many nations and won countless lives along the way. I've been following your adventures with great admiration. My only regret is that the trajectory of your journey conflicts with our goals. What do you mean, admiration? Sorry, but that sounds pretty weird coming from you. I don't see why. We may happen to occupy opposing sides, but there is no cause for deep-seated enmity between us. To respect one's enemies, to respect oneself. Well, now that you're observing us up close, what do you see? I've observed as keenly as I can. Yet, while I endeavor to understand, your true strengths remain a mystery to me. Violence is not my area of expertise either. So you see, I would much rather converse with you like this than determine a victor with the edge of a blade. Besides, I've heard that even 3 months in the sky fail to eclipse your brilliance. And no better than to bite off more than I can chew. Or even 3 moons. I read month. 3 moons! So you have a connection with the Harbinger the Doctor? Well deduced. Our commander, Dottore, died in no cry, but there are things that do not end with his departure. We must... look at me, I almost divulged more than I should have. What are you after? Revenge for Dottore? Or are you plotting something else? I've said quite enough, I believe. There is no point in continuing this conversation. Except to say, I've noted that you seem to know your way around here quite well. A repeated visitor to Gurabad, are we? I'll take that as a yes. Then I'm sure you'll have heard the story of this place. The murder of Jin, Lilupar, and the tragic tale of a vengeance that spawned 3 generations. It was right here that Lilupar once helped the wise ascend to the throne. But from that moment on, every king who sat upon it was corrupted by power. The degenerate rulers lost control over their nation, and with it, the right to occupy that exalted seat. What are you trying to say? I once admired you for your adventures. That is the earnest truth, but it appears to me that your journey served ultimately to uphold the rules of this world. Are these rules truly just? Does the heavenly principle rule with wisdom or folly? And how can we be sure that the 7, who wield authority over the world, will not be corrupted? You seriously think you're gonna convince us of anything? Convince you? I'm sure my commander already tried that. Why would I waste my breath doing the same? If a few words from a stranger were enough to make someone completely change their stance, it would only prove that they never had a firm will to begin with. I am merely stating my position so that we might understand each other better. One's enemy in the present may not necessarily be an enemy for life. As for what game I'm playing here, I am simply buying some time. But now I must bid you farewell. It was a wise decision not to attack me immediately. Since you did not fall for my ambush, I will now have to ask those in hiding to reveal themselves. Leave this to us, sir. Very well, I trust you to do what is necessary. Stall him while I execute the next step of the plan. Sumeru City, Ermin's soul. Hey, stop right there! Don't you dare leave without explaining yourself! All units, stop them! Protect the commander! We can't let him get away. Get rid of these pesky soldiers! You finally beat them. That mysterious guy can have gone far. Let's catch up with him. Found him! Over here! You're very persistent. Hey you! Stop running and explain yourself! What are you trying to... Paimon, wait! What's this? Relax. A small trap like this won't be enough to hold you. The sandstorm from Gurabad will die down soon enough, but this small window of time was all we needed to launch the next phase of our plan. So there was more than one ambush. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Don't be discouraged. I knew that someone would come here eventually, so I planned ahead. Where to chat with you, which door to exit from, even which mechanism to wait by for you. I thought through every detail. You, meanwhile, know nothing of who I am. So far, you've only heard my voice, and for all you know, it might not even be real. But not to worry. This is only our first meeting. It shan't be our last. Just answer one last question. Why do you continue to follow Dottore? He has conducted countless cruel experiments, even on his subordinates. Follow isn't quite the right word. Let's just say even those you see as villains have their friends, even if they aren't the most sincere of friendships. When any set of rule is established, there will be those who benefit and those who lose out. People will do anything to justify what they have gained or escape from the hardship imposed upon them. Neither he nor I are tolerated by the rules of this world. We were both searching for a new order. Our ideas of the final form that should take may have differed, but our journeys took a shared path. Goodbye, Milko and Paimon. I wish you a timely escape. Albeit not too soon. I will need a little more time to prepare after all. Hey, come back! Wait, this dark wall. We've seen these on our adventures before. It swallows people up. Paimon's sorry, she shouldn't have jumped the gun. It's not your fault, Paimon. Okay. You may have fooled us this time, but we'll get him back. Okay, we are going with Tinari, Kole, and Dori. Sino and his teams are guarding the north. We'll take this side. There are so many djinns. We can't let them get into our village. Don't fret. I am well prepared for this situation. Huh? So you have a solution? Perhaps you are unaware that I have a trusty genie partner of my own, Plumpy. If I send her to negotiate with the others, this whole thing will resolve before you can say Mora. Off you go, Plumpy. Kola is like, huh? Bloop. Come on, what's the holdup? 5,000 Mora. Bloop. 20,000 Mora. Bloop. 100,000 Mora. Final offer. Ah, so she's a hired partner. Hired partner are reliable too. Plumpy here is a highly skilled negotiator, you'll see. Just a few words from her and... Plumpy! Don't you, Jin, have any respect for the rules? This was supposed to be a negotiation. How dare you treat my messenger like this? You wanna play rough? Two can play at that game. Ah! Looks like it's up to us now. Be careful, Kolei. Yes, master. What happened? Did I pass out? Never mind, Plumpy, it's time for revenge. Sorry, I don't read the small thing. It's just that it's a bit hard to follow sometimes. It's too many of them. I can't believe I used 12 rare items in one battle. I shudder to think how this is going to affect this month's account. The sight of that glaring deficit might be more than my poor heart can take. Denari, how's the situation on your end? We held the line, though it was a close call. It looks like they're preparing for another attack. Has something happened? They've breached our defense in the south. Jinns are pouring in. We're moving the villagers to the north as we speak. We're hemmed in. This is getting precarious. Our margin for error just got a lot smaller. That's why we wanted to confirm your status. We need to consider our next move carefully. Bad news, another line of defense has been breached. Kolei, go with them and assess the situation. Dory and I will hold the line here. But master, even with 3 of us, we barely managed to... This is not a discussion, Kolei. Don't worry about us. She clearly still have plenty of tricks left up her sleeve. Wait, you can't spin all your hopes on me. Oh, great, I've almost run out of things I brought with me and the rest is back at the caravan. I should be able to hold out for a little longer, but still... Master, need any help? Huh? What is it, Kolei? If things continue like this, it won't be long before our village is overrun by jinns, and the sandstorms are sure to follow their wake. I don't care, whoever you are, please just help us. The only one who can help is you. I am merely here to guide you along the covered path. I am a spirit created at the beginning. I am a flickering illusion. I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator. What do you mean? It doesn't matter. You don't need to understand it. Just repeat after me, one line at a time. Watch out! Jin incoming! I am a spirit created at the beginning. Here goes nothing. I am a spirit created at the beginning. Oop. I am a flickering illusion. I am a flickering illusion. What's wrong, Plumpy? I've never seen you so agitated before. But how do you? Do you know what Kolei is reciting? I am the shimmering light that flows from the eye of the Creator. I am the shimmering light that flows from the eye of the Creator. It's a song composed by the goddess of flowers, but very few records of it remain, even in historical texts. All we have is a few fragments. Is Kolei an avid historian? Not to my knowledge. The Jin have actually quite down. Although no, it's more than that. It looks like they're showing submission. Clearly the song left by the goddess of flowers have a soothing effect on them. At the very least, they're much calmer now. Really? Let me try. I am a spirit created at the beginning. Stop myself. It seems like the song only works when Kolei recites it. But why? Kolei. I need to blow my nose again. Yeah. Any luck? The only way out of here is by brute force. But too much force and the entire ruins might collapse. The mechanism is right outside. Maybe there's a way to... Oh, Jet! When I heard that loud rumbling in the distance, I thought a shift in sense has burst open the gates to some ancient treasure vault. Turns out it was just you guys. Huh? Wait, that sounds like... It's been a long while. Did you miss me? Beep, beep, beep. Jet, Ben. Let's save the chatting up for later. First, I gotta get you guys out of here. This should be the right mechanism. Ben, can you handle it? Beep. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot that. I sometimes like to keep stuff to add as what's the word? Background images for my computer. Come on, let's leave this place. Those Fatui sure made themselves scarce. It's like they never were here. The Fatui? They came to the desert again. Yep, no idea what they're planning this time. They were being very coy about it. How have you been, Jet? Well, since we last met, I've started my own band of mercs. We've actually made quite a name for ourselves. Oh yeah, on a slightly different note, I have some good news. I finally took care of Masera, not much to write home about. It was just another day, found his head out, dragged him out of his cozy little bed. He tried to talk me into seeing his point of view as usual, but I'm way past that by now. There was nothing he could say to save his life. So the Masera chapter has finally come to a close. What about you guys? Bet you had forgotten all about me and Batman, huh? Of course not. We're super duper best friends. Briefly recount the events of your recent travels to Jet. Wow, sounds like I should make time to visit some other nations too. Anyway, what brings you to Kurabad? Oh right, Paimon almost forgot. We're here to look for Lilupar. Oh, that bottle? Yeah, we need her power to calm the Jinn and stop the sandstorm. We're hoping we actually manage to find her Here's hoping we actually managed to find her after all the trouble we've been through. Surely, with everything that's been going on in Gurabad, she must have woken up, right? Only one way to find out. Oops. Let's see, she should be around here somewhere. Nilupar! What a long dream that was. It's been a while, my master. Oh, and you're here too, little wildcat. The four of us back together again, imagine that. Where have you been? After we last parted ways, I merged with the land beneath Guraba to suppress the dark calamity stirring in the depth. It rekindled the flame of vengeance within the Jinn, depriving Guraba of any hope of peace. I fought against it for a long, long time, until one day I sensed a change in a foreign land to the west. Suddenly, the pitch-black abyss fell silence. A foreign land to the west, could you mean Natlan? Guraba isn't far from there. Did the abyssal presence beneath the city fall silent when we defeated Goes your thoughts? Once satisfied by that dark power could no longer bewitch the Jinn, I too fell into a deep slumber, from which I have only now awoken. Why have you returned to Gurabad, my master? And why is my sun-swept homeland in disarray once more? Well, basically Sumeru's in danger and a lot of our friends are affected. Some bad guys messed around with Irminsul and now they've released the Jinn in here. We managed to chase off the culprits, but we have no idea how to seal this place back up and stop the sandstorms. Child's play. I shall quell the Jinn and scatter the storms. Thank you, Lilupar. No need to thank me, my master. I have granted many wishes in my time, and this was the most trivial of them all. The sandstorm's gone. The sun shines bright again. When I said that we'd meet again under a lovelier sun, this was exactly how I imagined it. Yay! Although, honestly, Paimon would love to hang out with you more, even if the weather sucked. That goes for me too. Well, there shouldn't be any more Jinn breaking out, right? Are we okay to head back? Yeah, let's all head to the Temple of Silence. Sounds good, you can introduce us to your other friends. Another adventure begins. Lovely. The storm last stopped. We should be able to get to the Temple of Silence without any problems now. Time to regroup. So, this is the Temple of Silence. I've heard the Nagarjunites mention it in passings, but I never imagined it would be this big. It's colossal. I thought the temple moved to the rainforest ages ago. When did they scamper back into the desert? I don't know, this plan sounds a little too risky for my liking. Even in King Deshret's day, this was experimental technology. We have no idea what could happen if we activate it. Well, unless you know of another viable alternative for the Akasha terminal, I'm afraid this is our only option. The plan is sound, and the risks are manageable. However, if we are to proceed, we must act quickly. The scale of this project is enormous. Even with Kaveh, Faruzan, and every other scholar of mechanics working on it full-time, the proposed modifications won't happen overnight. You're back. Everything alright? And 4 days. Friend of yours? Pretty much everyone in the Temple of Silence is. This guy is Kaveh. And the one next to him is Al Haytham. Hello, I'm Jet, and this is Lilupar. Oh, a famous name from the history books. Pleased to meet you. A friend of a friend is a friend of mine, as they say. Who's they? Oh, do people not say that? Not in the desert. Friends you can trust, but friends of friends, gotta keep an eye on them. Still, I do trust Miyoko's judgments. I'm sure you're good people. The sandstorm have calmed down. I take it the Gurabad problem is resolved. What did you find? You tell everyone what happened in Gurabad. And after getting all smarmy with us, he trapped us there. Luckily, Jet used the mechanism outside to free us, and then we got little power to put a stop to the chaos. Wow, thanks for being there to help them. So this mystery man openly admitted that he was merely a Harbinger's subordinate. Yeah, is there something weird about that? Now that he mentions it, it is a little strange. I assume you aren't naive enough to expect answer from the enemy. Well deduced, our commander, Dottore, died in Notcry. He was clearly unwilling to answer our questions when we first met, so why would he admit to being Dottore's subordinate later? Are you wondering about his true identity? Or do you think there's a big conspiracy behind all this? I won't go as far as to call it a conspiracy. Just the simple fact that having someone to shift the blame on tends to prove useful, should trouble come knocking later. The most important thing for now is to solve the immediate problems. Perhaps that man knew you wouldn't have the research to investigate his background, and so didn't put much effort into disguising himself. This is all getting a little cryptic for me. I'll let you guys talk while I'll take a walk with Lilupar. Jet? Aren't you with the blazing beasts? What a coincidence! Didn't expect to run into you here. We're mercs. You can run into us anywhere. Who's this with you? So, did you find the solution you were looking for in the Temple of Silence? You bet we did. This place is incredible. It has everything. So far, we've discussed the plan and verified its feasibility. Building a new system from scratch is out of the question, so our only option is to modify the Akasha using certain resources we hope to find in the mausoleum of King Deshret. What resources? According to certain source in the Temple of Silence, there is a core device in King Deshret's mausoleum, known as Arrow. Little is known about this device in academic circle, which suggests it was hidden quite effectively. If these sources prove correct, the energy contained within Arrow may be sufficient to power our Akasha renovation plan. However, this raises difficult questions regarding technological integration. The sages are still debating it. Yeah, but I'm sure they'll reach a compromise once they figure it out. The people of the rainforest are always cautious when it comes to the desert technology, but times of crisis like this leaves us with little choice. Wait, Paimon has a question. Is it the same Aru we've heard of before? It's sealed up, right? Some sort of prison where the Goat King, Abyss King, and Crocodile King are locked up? Well remembered. Well, yes, that's exactly right. According to a record, Aru was the most brilliant creation King Deshret ever conceived of. Built by divine and mortal artisans working together, it was a miraculous accomplishment, and it lies hidden deep within the king's mausoleum to this day. That being said, what Aru actually does and why it was built, those are deep secrets we are not privy of. Until recently, I wouldn't have been optimistic that the place even exists. The only reason I'm inclined to believe it now is because we've heard it from the Ibiskin Thoughts himself at his temple. The tale of how the three retainers of Al-Ahmar were imprisoned in Aru. Paimon totally gets that. When Paimon first heard about it, she thought it sounded pretty unbelievable too. Do you guys still remember that? The Abyss King told us they were trapped in Aru, and that they had to answer 3 questions to get out. I think I'd remember. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? And what determines truth and falsehood? Those were the 3 questions, right? Yeah, if only Nefer were here. She's dealt with the Abyss King before, so she might know more. Oh, Nefer's a friend we met in Notcry. Notcry, how funny. She showed up earlier. Huh? Yeah, had another lady with her too. Both said they knew you. They contacted the sages, claiming they might be able to offer her some assistance. Really? They came here to help out? Yes, really. It was just before you got back. One of them said she'd made not cry her home. And if she's the person you were talking about, then... Looks like betting on Aru was the right choice. See? They're right over there. Nico! Never! Why, hello. We're here to help. I will be right back. I'm just gonna put the lights on. And sip a tiny bit. It's a good thing we left early. We almost got locked out. At that? What do you mean? Oh, you haven't heard? An invisible barrier has appeared around Sumeru's border, cutting off all travel in and out. No one can leave and no one can enter. Sumeru has become a lonely island. And the factory behind this too? Actually, no. This has nothing to do with them. I suspect it's a defense mechanism within Irminsul itself. Irminsul is the source of Tevat's ley line, after all, and Sumeru is the nation closest to it. I imagine this function was put in place to seal the entire region off in the event of serious damage, preventing the disaster from spreading to the rest of Tevat. It may have been implemented long ago. But doesn't that mean that the people here won't be able to escape to other nations if the anomaly keeps spreading? Currently, that does appear to be the case, which is precisely why I'm here. This is a critical moment for the world, and Sumeru is the eye of the storm. So you brought Nefer here? I'm surprised you managed to convince her to come back to Sumeru. Indeed, even for someone of my wisdom and eloquence, this tested my skills to the limit. And why should it concern me that Sumeru's in trouble? Surely you don't think I still have feeling for that place. Judging by your tone, I suppose you don't. Sounds like you don't know much about my past. And here I thought you knew everything. All I know is that the Ibis King is the source of your power. He was quite a prominent moon envoy once upon a time, so I do know a thing or two about him. As for your past, I have ways to learn the full story if I wish to. But everyone has secrets they'd rather keep to themselves, wouldn't you say? I'm glad you see it that way, Miss Nicole. I've chosen to call Not Cry home, which is why I did my part in its hour of need. That doesn't mean world savings become a habit with me. I have no particular desire to play here in Sumeru, Thank you. Wah! Hey, Yona! I understand. Human emotions do not appear and disappear without cause. There is always a reason to be found behind both salvation and destruction. Yeah, hello. Still, if time has taught me anything, it's that human emotions are often complex and in conflict. That's why people change their mind about things all the time. But that's where we angels come in. Our duty, ultimately, is to guide people towards their deepest, truest desire and help bring them to fruition. So I wish to hear about your past, because I do not believe you are motivated by hatred alone. And if we still arrived at different conclusions in the end, that's okay. I refuse. Wait, what? But I said the atmosphere and everything. Isn't this supposed to be the moment when we finally open up to one another? Is it? Maybe I'm not so good at reading the atmosphere. You're right, Nicole. There's more to me than just hatred. Had it consumed thee, I'd be left stuck in the past forever, never living in the present. But I don't think that your guidance can change my mind. The all-consuming sense, the bloodshed both deserved and undeserved, plus all the emotion cling to me like a shadow. Do you wish to shake them off? No, I hope to remember them forever. Those emotions and memories shaped me into the person I am today. They'll always be a part of me. In that case, would you like to hear my perspective at least? Sure, it's not every day you get to hear an angel's opinion. A long, long time ago, when the angels still walked freely upon the earth, I found life tedious. Monotonous work, lukewarm relationships. Things weren't nearly as interesting as they are now. And yet, since the Angel's demise, I have found myself missing those days on more than one occasion. Human emotions are often attached to a person, a place, or an object. When those things are gone, the memories quickly fade, and the emotions slip away along with them. Nefer is so pretty, I love her. If Sumeru was destroyed, both rainforest and desert would be no more. With the object of your hatred wiped from existence, it would not take long for the memories buried deep in your heart to slowly fade. Both love and hate are intense emotion, but they are nothing compared to the void left behind when they disappear. Most sophisticated, Miss Nicole, but anyone focused on the future could only ever applaud the destruction of the things they hate. Still, I'm a special case. Someone once told me that human memory is more selective than a moral-hungry merchant choosing between customers. We all need a reality check once in a while, so we don't forget the truth. As much as I dislike Sumeru, this is no way for it to perish. Alright, you win. I'll help you out a little, but I won't work for free. How much will you need? You're not going to milk this for all it's worth, are you? What do you think? I'll be upfront with you. I don't have much more on me. If that's what you need, I could borrow some from Alice. Or perhaps I could pay in sculptures. The ones I cover really worth quite a lot. Just cover my travel expenses. Huh? Is that all? That's all. Given all the people I owe favors to, I can just about justify a trip to Sumeru. Yahoda. Yeah, boss. What do you need? I'm going back to Sumeru for a while. While I'm away, you'll be in charge of the curatorium. Me? I'm in charge? Oh, don't worry, boss. You can count on me. And that was how the ingenious angel Nicole brought you the perfect person for the job in your hour of need. Hip hip hooray! That was far more detailed than necessary. Not lacking in embellishment either. I never thought I'd return, especially not the desert, but life doesn't always go as planned, I suppose. What's Candace up to? I don't think I've seen her yet. She's still taking care of things in our village. Should be joining us before too long. The whole squad is up! Oh, and sorry, hope we're not interrupting anything. We have some good news though. We're planning to go to the mausoleum of King Deshret to look for the legendary arrow, and use it to try and restore the Akasha system. According to records in the Temple of Silence, the mausoleum hosts something called Aru's Shot, which can be used to establish connection with Aru. We still have some time before we leave, so there's no rush. By the way, who are these two new faces? Just call me Nefer. I'm based in Okrai. Did I hear you mention Aru? Correct. Well, I happen to have a connection with one of the 3 retainers present inside, the Ibis King. I'm here to get things done, so if you don't mind, I think I should come with you. That sounds perfect. Miss Nefer, are you from the desert by any chance? Why do you ask? I don't know, there's a familiar air about you, plus you mentioned Candace. Sorry, I don't mean to pry, it was just a random thought. I'm Dehya, an Emerite mercenary. My work usually keeps me out in the desert. I'm on good terms with Dory, and she's mentioned you all before. It's nice to finally put faces to the names. However, my associate here is probably less well acquainted with you. Why don't you all introduce yourselves? Actually, I'm a little better acquainted than you might think. Am I playing tricks on me? Looks like you spoke without moving your mouth. Ventriloquism. I've heard tales of it before. What is it, Kalei? It's you! You're the voice who's been speaking in my head, aren't you? You encouraged me to report my dreams to the Dendro Orphan and got me to recite that magic prayer. I have many titles, but let's go with the most pertinent one. I am Nicole Rain, an angel who has lived since ancient times. An angel? Sounds like a big deal. But, what exactly is an angel? Oh, well, we're a rather long-living race of beings. Not gods, technically, but we can still tell you a lot of stories from ancient history. Yep, and she's also an amazing sculptor. You could say she's a real creative type. Well, ma'am, if both Miyoko and Paimon give you rave reviews, you must be pretty impressive. Oh, please don't call me ma'am. I find it so awkward when people get too formal with me. Just relax and be yourselves. No need to be nervous. Miss Nicole, if it's okay, could I ask you a few questions? Yes, you may. I can see your heart is filled with confusion and you are desperate for answers. I also know which question you want to ask me. Why did you dream of Sumeru City in this ray? Why did those verse soothe the djinn only when recited by you? And I can guide you to the truth, but it involves a personal secret of yours. I prefer to speak with you alone if possible. Where the fuck do I need to go? It's higher. Trying to see if I can see anyone I could talk to, but... Oh, okay, it was just here. I thought we were going to speak alone. This is a lot more people than I was expecting. What's wrong with it? Even the doctors at the Al-Shifa allowed patients to be accompanied by family members. Well, if Kolai doesn't mind her secret being revealed, I have no problem with it. Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends. Closest friends? It's so nice to hear that. Kaveh is so cute. We're here to support Kolai through this. Alright, in that case, I'll get right to it. Kolai, are you aware that there are god remains inside your body? I am. When I was young, I got sick with Elizar. Nothing could cure it. The Fatui convinced my mom and dad that they could help, and I was sent to an unfamiliar place. There were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains. I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday, but thanks to the friends who've stuck by me all this time, I've gradually been able to overcome those memories. Anyway, so you're saying that what happened to me has something to do with the god remains they injected me with? Yes, those were the men of Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flower. I love how Lilupar just... What? Huh, fascinating. You don't seem surprised like the rest of us. Why? The possibility crossed my mind when Kolai recited the Goddess of Flowers song and calmed the djinn. Ah, you made Paimon jump! What are you doing here, Nilupar? I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the Goddess of Flowers. You be assured that I share your surprise. You with the hat, are you certain? I sense no trace of the Lord of Flowers within her. Yes, it's a very small fragment, unless special methods, so poem and prayers, are used to manifest its power. Even her closest acquaintance would find it near impossible to detect. After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Deshret gathered all the pieces he could find and buried them in the eternal oasis, but some fragments remained unaccounted for. Eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down, presumably for use in some experiments. It's not an uncommon occurrence. You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky. So many people who yearn for this kind of power never attain it. Yet you have coexisted with her all this time without even realizing it. I don't know what to say. I'm glad that it could help everyone with this power, really. But knowing that a fragment of the Goddess of Flower is inside my body is... It's a strange feeling. Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense of self. I understand how you feel, Kolai, but once you get used to it, you'll find it's nothing to be concerned about. I guess you, of all people, have a good reason to speak on this. He literally has Hermanubis inside of him, so... A good reason, in fact. Incidentally, 3 in the maximum number of Hermanubis... Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis' buff fragments that I could bear. Let me guess, because 2 is company, but 3 is a crowd? A crowd? I didn't understand the joke. Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tinari. Not my intention. I didn't understand the joke. What the fuck? 2 good reasons. In fact, incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis' buff fragments that I could bear. Let me guess, because 2 is company, but 3 is a crowd. I still don't understand. God has preserved me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the Hermanubis I remember. Colleen, all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many Hermanubis fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as Hermanubis. In the same way, you are simply you. Yeah, I know what you mean. So, that dream I had, was it a warning from the goddess of flowers? Yes, just like me, she was an angel created by the primordial humans, born with the instinct to guide living beings. Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retained its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments would do their utmost to send you that warning. Tinari being so tired of understanding Selino's joke, yeah, for real, is like, why the hell am I even helping you finish that fucking joke? The mother of dreams, lord of flowers and oasis. She must have had a premonition. That is why she gave that dream to you. We won't let her effort go to waste. But I still don't understand. Why me? Yes, why indeed? You weren't the only one injected with god remains, but only in you have her fragments persisted. He's tired of understanding too. Yeah. I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. She was likely assimilated by that will. Of course, this doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. As this young man said, you are who you are, and that will not change. Alright, any further questions from the family members of the patients? If not, we should head to the mausoleum of King Deshret. Let's move out. Time to put our plan into action. We all hope it will work, but will we really be able to open Amu? And even if all 7 pillars of King Deshret agree to let us proceed, the scale of the work to follow is daunting to say the least. Haven't you handled other big projects before? I mean, the biggest project I've worked on today is probably the Pass of Alcazar, I guess. But this is orders of magnitudes beyond that. It's a total nightmare. Look on the bright side. At least this time, you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for detail after the fact. I'll hate them throwing shade at Kave because he wasn't here when we did the whole Sumeru Archon quest, like during the 4.x. Mock me all you want. But now that I'm here, things will be resolved far more quickly and smoothly than last time. Kave's self-doubt disappeared in an instant, like magic. Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Oh, go and pack your things. I'll head to the mausoleum as soon as you're ready. First, I'm going to try to talk to everyone I can. If I actually see anyone I can talk to. Well, there's nobody to talk to. Oh, Faruzan. Oh, Miss Nicole, I've heard you are a very talented sculptor. Is that true? Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet. Honestly, even though Kashawa is best known for its focus on mechanics, many of Kashawa scholars are quite serious about sculpting as a hobby. So if they rate your works, that's enough for us. We just have to take a look. That's weird. Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif, Blub, Daneshvar. Come take a look. Well, if you insist, I suppose there is no harm in showing you. Wow, where did that come from? Look at the level of detail, it's so lifelike. The squirrel descends from the heavens like a champion, and the earth trembles beneath its feet. What do you think? Striking, isn't it? Cave! Ah, Cave! Come here for a sec. Oh, and Madame Farazan, did you used to study in Lord Archon? Come take a look. Alright, but hang on a moment, I have to finish reviewing this proposal first. You called? What is it, youngster? It's a scroll statue, isn't it cute? Oh, a scroll. I wouldn't say cute per se. Realism is what stands out to me. Were you trained to carve a statue of a hero, young lady? A hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific theme in mind. I just started working on it, and this is how it turned out. I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes in your spare time? As a matter of fact, I do quite enjoy those. Everyone loves a good tale of daring do, right? Then perhaps the statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also, on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with the finger raised toward the heavens, it would lend a greater gravitas to the overall image. I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. It has a certain classical beauty about it. Cave! Sorry, Madame Farazan, I'm a bit busy right now. Don't wait up for me. What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic taste. I was hoping to ask him for his opinion. What a genius idea. Why didn't I think of that? Classical beauty is a great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic scroll pointing its finger toward the sky. Precisely, a declaration of victory. You understand my vision. Then place the two statues face to face. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. It will be a masterpiece, miss. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Just call me Nicole. Madame Farazan, was it? What? No, that wouldn't be right. Why ever not? Madame is a state of mind cultivated from within. Anyone may call me Madame if they so desire. My dear Miss Nicole, once we made it through these trying times, should we have the pleasure of meeting again? I shall look forward to seeing your new work. In this day and age, it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly a pleasant surprise. Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interesting in this style of statue. Clearly, they don't call you Madame for nothing. Also, I have to say you're a very good judge of character. Because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes story about heroes. That must be why I've quietly kept watch over generation after generation of them. Sorry, keeping watch over heroes? What exactly do you do for a living? Oh, never mind that. Let's not tell Madame Farazan about Miss Nicole's true identity for now. Good idea, let's limit the conversation to aesthetics. Guess I can talk to them. Okay. Now go talk to Cave. No. Cave is like, I'm busy, don't talk to me. Hi, Mommy. Thanks again for your notes. I'm done completing them, so here we go. Hey, you're welcome. Just let Paimon know if you ever need them. If you ever need help again. Oh, Layla. So many books, more than I could ever read in my life. But I've learned a lot that the textbooks could never teach me. I never realized that people in the distant past thought about some of the same questions we ponder today. What's wrong? You look a little depressed. Well, I got a fragment of the goddess of flowers, and all I got was one of the 7 pillars who served in the Kindeshret. I lost out, didn't I? That's what you're upset about? You're such a child. Sino is like, I don't have a god inside of me. I don't have god remains inside of me. Collect wound. I'll be right back. I need to blow my nose and I don't have tissue next to me. Okay, I'm back. There's Deka and the rest also. Good to finally meet you in the flesh. It's a little surreal seeing you here after exchanging letters for so long. In my head, the boss of the Curatorium of Secrets didn't look that so young. Sounds like you have some history then. Any burning mercenary group needs a steady supply of intel. They in turn can prove an exceptional source of the same. The Curatorium of Secrets is happy to cooperate with friends from all over the world. If you're interested, you'd be very welcome to join our network too, Miss Nehia. Can't say no to a solid partnership, especially out here in the desert. Having intel can mean the difference between life and death. But corporations build on mutual trust, and there isn't much contact between the desert and Northcry, so I'm guessing you reached out to Jet first, Miss Nefer. What's behind your interest in the desert? Nostalgia? Or is there someone you're looking to take care of? Let's put all our cards on the table first. Things will go more smoothly that way. Like your style, Flame Mane. Actually, I had the same discussion with Jed before we started working together. To be clear, I have no intention of using you for any ulterior motives, and I have no enemy in the desert as things stand now. Were that to change, I wouldn't drag outsider into a conflict that doesn't concern them. There's no point in doing certain things if you don't do them yourself, don't you agree? Well said. Taking responsibility for one's own affair is the way of the desert folk. Ha, it's like you're one of us. You sure that's a compliment? Absolutely. I'll take it. Perhaps we can discuss our cooperation in more detail now. Sure, I love working with no-nonsense people, and you certainly fit that description. I look forward to a fruitful partnership. As do I, my friends. I love how Nefer went from, I don't want to be here. Like, you can't make me come to Sumeru, and now she's even making friends with Jet and Dehya. Well, friend of probably interest, but like, you get it. I hope everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly. I don't like this place. Anyway, this place has cool fog. Yeah, for real. Why, we've not seen so many visitors ever, really. What is this place now? A tourist attraction? Closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we dusty old fellows owe the honor? Surely you're not just here to chat. You surmise it correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project. Oh, enormous, you say? How large then? Larger than the gaping void in our lives? Why, you've even put a smile on Gotti and Croco's face. All these activities making for quite the special day. I know that laugh. Lilupar, what on earth are you doing here? Oh, this is hilarious. Turns out good things really do come to those who wait. As long as you stay alive long enough. When did you three get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical. Why, you... Yes, I know, no need to shout. You're right, Lilupar. Gotti, Croco, and I all have the same problem. But didn't King Dashred seal you away? How did you break free, and how did you get in here? Who knows, perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold the executioner of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single shard behind. It's almost tragic watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity knows at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams. I'm starting to take a liking to this magic little bottle lady. Time is of the essence. Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Also, I need to yawn because my ears is because I can't hear well in my right ear again. We come to you, O Three-Ancient Lord, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story. So to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problem that plagues the three of you. Alright, stop arguing, Croco. Gotti, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her. The three questions are the crucial things here. But do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open. Unless with the passage of time you have found a new answer? You could say so. When the first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehood of this world. But if you want them to tell you the truth, you have to reach their soul. I think that makes sense. I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so. Unfortunately, it brought us no closer to liberation. Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one that King Dashred was looking for. Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then? Time. And that's not only the answer to the final question, it's the answer to all three of them. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing. Great affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and wrong. You once described King Dashred as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge. Time. Well. Indeed, perhaps in building Aru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of all things back to their point of origin. Well, apparently that worked. They look so fucking cool. This is the most eventful day I've experienced in a long time. You have my sincere gratitude. Are those three of the 7 pillars? Turns out the statues were quite faithful to the source. You three seems to be in good spirits. Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nevertheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself. Hello, Nefer. It's good to see you, thought the Ibis King. Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease seeing you two getting along so well. Should we maybe introduce ourselves, or... Sure. Why are you repeating everything, like, 3 times? That's so weird. Sure. I'm Setos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino, and this is the former Spanamat sage Cyrus. But I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot to you. Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine. Let's hold off on the introductions for now. We can always ask Nefer about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple. You're like a helpless parent. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities. I thought I ought to share its fruit with you too. Is that so? Well, I think we'll take it in stride. Just as we did with the 3rd question, let's not forget it was my persistence that won you both your friend. Fair point. I have to applaud your persistence. And I must praise you for your wisdom. Now state your wishes, young ones. I'm sorry? Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you in return. General Mahamatra, what do you think? I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis, the likes of which have never been seen before, and we need your help. Sada and Nefins recount the various incidents. Every calamity through the ages have been connected to us in one way or another, whether we were its cause or consequence. Whatever is wrong with Erminsul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon. She fell into a coma, and is currently receiving treatment from the Dendro Dragon. The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the Dendro Dragon is helping to heal the Dendro Archon? Not Apep, surely. That vicious, cruel Apep who possesses no virtues aside from her basic instincts. Ah, good heavens. I shudder to think that what would have caused Lesser Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, why would the Dendro Archon lead you her aid? She had always held nothing but contempt for the Archons. I suppose she and Kusanali must have some history. You can help us make history too. A smooth talker. Well said, lad. Currently, no one can connect to our Minsul. We hope that by opening up Aru and making some modification to it, we can use its technology to our advantage. Unfortunately, Aru is an imperfect creation. King Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Much remains to be done, if it is to be pitted against Erminsul itself. Besides, I hear your reason, but to give Aru up over such would be... The archaeological record clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. Why do I have the hiccups? Modern technology should solve the efficiency issues. We have no choice. We have no choice but to go all in on this. I'm just gonna sip a bit of water to remove the hiccups. This is by no means a threat, but the only reason we helped to escape from Aru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to state our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help. As do all the thousands of people living in Sumeru. They need you, and they need Aru. What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our support or not? Since you asked so nicely, naturally. Naturally what? Are you for or against? I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally. You claim that you wish to open Aru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within? We do. We understand the risks involved. In all likelihood, the human world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you sure of your decision? We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live. If your minds are made up, very well. We shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Send Cheselpunk, Saint Benu, since once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret, but now we invoke the right to awaken you with our voices. I can feel this strange sensation. The ground is trembling, as if answering the call of the God King. Saint Benu responding to a call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will. Saint Chesapeake responding to a call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will. Ah, Lord Herisha, what a long time it has been. I trust you're keeping well. Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived my physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase in life, death, and now even beyond. Al-Ahman is long gone. What is the reason for this meeting? You're awake. Good. We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day Sumeru access to Aru and permit them to perform technological renovation. You have the right to support or oppose the motion. Aru is the pride of Al-Ahmar. Opening Aru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 Pillar. However, you have a convincing reason to present to us. Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Ahmar was a stern ruler, he was also a teacher of wisdom. A god without his people shall cease to exist, and King Deshret's greatest wish was to provide protection for his people. Let us then honor our God King's wishes as we consider our decision. I do not mean to mock this proceeding, but what is the point of an anonymous vote when we know that the last of the 7 Pillar, the Danger Dragon Apep, will never communicate with us? This will not only surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it's true, but Apep is, in fact, healing the Dendro Archon as we speak. Can someone attest to this? Do we have any proof? I ask the 3 King. Can any of you vouch for the truth of this claim? Naturally, the Ibis King. But what? Hello. Cute. It was Thoth's disciple who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity, simply let Thoth bear accountability. That way, the rest of us may have a clear conscience. Herishaf, you diabolical fiend! I awakened our former colleagues for you, spotted your opinion and backed your decision. What sort of fiend would do that? Only the day when Herman Ubis was still around. At a time like this, you would offer to take accountability. What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than Herman Ubis's? Hypocrite though you are, Lord of Thoughts. You are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with a character such as you? I, Son Chesapeake, approve the God King's proposal. Since King Deshret is no more, we shall receive no reprimand for acting beyond our remits. Nevertheless, I sincerely hope that those before us understand the significance of what they intend to do. Remember, the moment that Aru is liberated, the myriad souls residing within the Golden Slumber will return to the ley lines. And once the ley lines flow again, these souls shall in turn be received by All Soul. To take the step is to bring the perfect afterlife created by our King to a permanent end. We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless. Furthermore, the contemporary human perspective would contend that defining souls in this way is no act of benevolence. The deceased have a right to rest in peace. King Deshret's creation is clearly a place of rest and peace. It is just that many does not see it that way. But no matter. Saint Benu approves. Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Archon Aped made their choice ahead of time, while the God King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have also granted permission to liberate Aru. By the grace of His Majesty, guided by his wisdom and will, let the gates of Aru be reopened. What? What's this? Are we under attack? No, wait, it's... This looks like souls. Silhouettes approach us from within the light, and pass through our bodies like wind through a veil. Here you are. Through the sands of time, I see you. Father? Father, is it really you? It's Jet's father, Jibril! That's right, he entered the golden slumber, didn't he? Didn't he? I smell blood and sand on you. You've grown, strong as a wild beast, and without shedding a tear. You have to leave, don't you? Please just answer me this. What should I do for you? This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Sumeru, is finally free. I am truly grateful for the chances to see you again. That the dead should meet the living is itself a miracle. One brief, prescient moment is enough to set my heart at ease. Do not wait for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good care of yourself. Father! Father! Father. Hey, Jet, do you want something to eat? Maybe it will help you feel better. I'm fine, thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in a golden slumber for our sake, and now after all this time he can finally rest in peace. I'm glad, it's a huge relief. You've grown strong, Jet, more than enough to fend for yourself. Yeah, I'll leave the past in my memory, where it belongs. My family, the good times and the bad. Goodbye, Father. Ah, me. What a touching reunion that was. It seems we did a good deed today. The 3 retainers once in prison for iniquity are surely the least qualified to judge whether this deed is good or bad. Either way, our is open. Now you have your opportunity, and with it, whatever trouble may ensue. Although Aru was created by a god, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects to this world. Perhaps the relation between gods and humanity follows a similar principle. As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but please entrust the task to your most accomplished scholars, or Bennu will be most displeased. It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis, you choose to take on Disciple, and so it follows that you must accept the risk of associating with humans. If I know you'd be like this, I would have locked all of you away in Aru, never to leave again for all eternity. All of us. What does this have to do with me? Vilify me no further. Scholars, since you have liberated Aru, allow me to present you with a gift. Using Aru's power, we shall install a defense mechanism at our king's mausoleum. You must be guarded even against humanity itself. This shall afford you some convenience. Unseen and unheard. From this moment forth, none may by sight or hearing perceive anything said or done within the mausoleum. Amazing. And all this is achieved just with the power of Aru. With technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshran did not use it for its purpose does not mean that it cannot be done. So marvel away, this is the reward you have earned. Alright, well, that resolved the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower? Why, yes, I've already contacted them. They'll be here soon. Yeah, I will leave the special place here. like the special story mode thing. Just because I want to grab the achievements. Because since we finish this act, I am going to end the stream here. Let's just do a 10 pull on the Risley banner. Huh, Rosaria. Not the character I was expecting, honestly. And I guess you can have... Oh yeah, you can basically have any of the characters. Oh, we can even get Kaya, Lisa, and Amber from this. So we got a constellation for Rosaria. Oh, I have C5 Rosaria. And we got a wish from that as well. Also, let's grab the few rewards we have for the day. Okay. So I kinda wanna just do this small quest. Because I know it's not a long one, it's just to unlock the buff for the characters. Whoa. That glitched like crazy. What? Is Paimon seeing things? Is that a Dodoko? Paimon, we're in Fontaine. You've probably just got Dodokos on the brain. No, there really is a Dodoko over there, and it looks just like... It looks like Babaloth. Oh great, the Dodoko have risen again. I've finally risen up. Oh my, what a coincidence this is. Paimon, Miyoko. Why there's something so fishy about hearing such a powerful fortune teller use the word coincidence? Perhaps, but it's no lie. This truly is a pleasant surprise. As a descender from beyond this world, Miyoko's fate is not anchored in Tevat. Hence why most fortune tellers, including myself, are unable to predict your future. But happily, this particular coincidence couldn't have been any more fortuitous. I recently happened to glimpse a peculiar omen. And since I had some free time, I decided to perform a brief divination and follow the omen's course. Just for a spot of fun, you understand? Oh yes, and while I was following the omen, I felt I caught a few ethereal thread of fate and glimpsed the face of their owners. Here, take a look for yourself. These are all people we know. See? Didn't I tell you? Someone with so many friends was bound to recognize them all. Alice? Hi, you two. It's been a while, hasn't it? Thought I'd let a hand with Barbie's divination. Indeed, if Alice had insisted, I'd have treated these names as minor variable and discarded them from the divination. But then you would have missed out on this fun little excursion, wouldn't you? Besides, it's mages. We couldn't possibly disappoint the little cuties involved in the prophecy now, could we? It's the dream of every child to receive wonderful gifts, go on grand undertakings, and watch mysterious prophecies unfold. Which is all to say, we simply have to see this one through. And there's no point agreeing with Alice. Anyway, if we can gather these minors valuable together, I should be able to adjust my divination. So here I am, seeking them out, and if possible, offering them a little fortune-telling. So when will they be here? I don't have time to go around divining things like that, but I'm sure it won't be long. Is that why you've set up this stall, so you can sit and wait for them to arrive? Don't worry, I'm not just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. This Dodoko is simply outstanding. I'm still working on my research. That's right, and I installed a sensor on Barbie's Dodoko. As soon as the right person shows up, she'll receive an instant notification. And Dodoko will give a happy little wiggle to make sure our visitors will run on it. What are you doing back here? Take your arms off that. You'll knock my square glass into the floor. And hold that cup steady. I don't want you spilling hot chocolate on my manuscripts. Alright, keep your hat on. Just 1 second. There you go, Barbie. This one's yours. I hardly put any sugar in it, I promise. When you say hardly any sugar, I can't help but feel like we're not speaking the same language. Hi, hey Deva! Thanks for the safe care. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm still sick, as you can hear. But other than that, I'm doing great. How about you? Back to business. After we followed up on Barbie's divination, I was hoping to gather everyone up. Everyone involved, that is, and throw a huge party. I've even decided how we can send out the invitations. Don't worry, I've already picked out the most beautiful birds available. Picture it. The dead of night, a huge pure white bird flies through your window with a mysterious letter in its beak. When you open it, and a whole new world appears before your eyes. We're getting tired, but I'm good. Glad to hear you're doing good. Unfortunately, as I told Alice, doing that would only serve to disrupt the path of fate. Besides, dealing with such small prophecies is a real pain, so it's off the card. Fate is such a spoil sport. Nevertheless, we can still have a party. When the time is right, I'll invite everyone myself. And as I do hate waiting for parties, Yoko Paimon, can I leave the job of bringing your friends here to this stall to you? Is that okay? Then we'd be the one disrupting the path of fate, right? Seeing as the people in the prophecy already have ties to Miyoko, in theory their fates are already intertwined. If Miyoko steps in to invite them and hurry things along it shouldn't have too large an effect on the divination. Reliable as always. For the sake of the party, it's in your hands. I promise to save you the best seats, closest to the cake. Bobby, why are you tearing that paper apart? What are you doing? I'm using it to plug my ears. Between you and Nicole, if my head isn't hurting, then my ears are. Ugh, I miss Octavia. Complete his which revelation-related quest to unlock additional talents for the corresponding characters. Certain character skills and constellation effects will also change. Each witch revelation quest is focused on specific characters. Okay, so we have to have the characters at level 70. I was like, I'm not even sure I have the characters that... Like, some of the characters I don't even have. I never got Chi-Chi. Damn. So yeah, we'll have to put the character higher. I never got Chi-Chi. Damn. I was sure I lost a 50-50 to her once. How many primos do we have? Not a lot. Also, so we finished the first part of the Archon quest. I'm going to stream tomorrow the second act. I will try to stream earlier than I did today. But also, after we've done that, we have a small new portion of Notcray to explore, with the whole Archon quest related to it. So we are still pretty far from finishing, catching up with Genshin. But we are getting there. I'm just going to go back to... where we have the special story mode thingy. And I will end the stream here. So as I said, I will be streaming tomorrow. It's going to be the... I think it's Act 9. No, Act 10. So it's going to be Act 10 of the Song of the Walking Moon. And basically like the end of... I think it's the end of Sumeru, because if I'm not mistaken, Act 11 that came out this version is on Notcray. That's why we have a continuation of the Notcray map. But yes, I'm going to end the stream here. So I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks everyone for coming to the stream, and bye-bye!